All right. Let's see if that seemed to fix it. We're going to go back over here to the chat and highlight some stuff. Yep, that did fix it. So apparently I've got to exit out of it fully after I finish the stream. Of course, we do open up the channel. We open up the links, the panel for anybody who wants to join in during the second portion of the show after the first segment. So let's see, back on to what I've got going on today. I think I figured out how I'm going to fill out this. Let me grab a proper tool so that I can actually highlight things. There we go. I'm going to fill out the jail here today. I figured out how to do it. I am actually just going to put jail on there. Then I'm going to put the sheriff's office across the street. And this will be our tack and feed, our tack and harness, what I'm going to name it, tack and harness, or general store. I don't know. I haven't quite made up my mind. But hey, I've got the other two figured out. Yay! This is where I need a soundboard. And of course, continue to move forward on this. This is Apex Predator, my book that I'm working on, will be coming out in the next EDGEPUNK magazine, which actually reminds me, our sponsors. Oh yes, this show is brought to you by Neon Revenant from Rock Hard Comics, World War Hell, and 21 Demons from Omniverse Incursion Entertainment. Oi, it's entertainment. Legion Zero Music, that's all the rock and tones that you hear, provided exclusively by Legion Zero Music, and EDGEPUNK magazine. I do believe the second issue went on sale either today, but you can also pre-order the issue, get your advanced copy, and they give you a bargain if it's not already too late to do that. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, I got my advanced copy. Over 200 pages of entertainment. Hey, the metal can't stick around saying hi before I pass out. Well, hey, get yourself some good, well-earned and deserved rest. Always good to see a fellow karateka. Oh yeah, it's the karate, the kung fu karate chop. One time did a whole class on to teach, and did a whole class what would be a kung fu karate chop, and so we just did an exploration into knife hand strikes. It was more or less a knife hand strike seminar. Which also, you can't bust out with a knife hand without teaching the bitch and the pimp slap. Powder me, because that's funny. But yeah, I got a little bit of light work done in. And this, of course, Zero here, just completely obliterated. Going to be, see right here that, no, I did not draw that hair in. I specifically did not draw the hair in. No, she did not shave her head. It was burnt off. She is messed up. We open up the story like that. And I've decided that I'm going to be opening up each chapter of the story with a little bit of an excerpt from the future, kind of like doing a little bit of like a Breaking Bad, but instead of later that issue, we're going to start watching the end unfold before us. Because like I've said, I've already revealed that in the end, Zero dies. And the difference between a reveal and a spoiler is that a reveal, if it's a sorry, my brain, it doesn't work. Get bigger rocks. A reveal is only a spoiler if the journey there isn't worth taking again. Oh yes, and by the way, everybody, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Oh no, it's ruined. Guess you can't watch Empire Strikes Back ever again. Oh wait, you're telling me you've already watched it several times? Well then, hey. And gotta get this done. So I've got my base kind of layouts done for the Apex Predator logo. And today I'm going to get in with some vector graphics and fully flush this thing out. Of course, it's all chicken scratch right now, not even worth looking at. And I busted out a little bit of an ad for the Wildemaster, the oscillating kukri, great for clearing all of the extra brush, stuff like that. Even comes with a protective glove with power pack. Oh yes, external power pack. Extend the battery life of your Wildemaster by up to 6 hours. Oh yes, absolutely fantastic stuff. So, yeah. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today. Gonna get a little bit of work done. Gonna get a little bit of other stuff done. Might go play some video games here for a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna open up with playing some video games for a little bit. I don't get many opportunities. I'm letting stuff noodle. This is going to be... This one is going to be a task. Because I just want to change Devil Flyer and the lower area in color. But they have to be done differently. And the problem is this. Most of that is all on one layer. Remember working layers, folks, but I wanted to have, like, kind of do the blending thing. Kind of do that. I'll show you what the other one looks like. We'll go ahead and take a look at the cover for... here it is. This is the cover for... So that is the Golden Age back cover, right? So that's the back cover for the Golden Age variant of Devil Flyer. So I got to get that other one done. Close that one out. Take a look here. Laid out some panels. Got some stuff kind of noodled in over here. Got all this stuff transferred over to Blue Line, remastering this old stuff, getting it all together. But you know what? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play some video games to get this day started up until the first break, and then we're gonna go ahead. So I'm already in. Oh man, the dance party's gone. There was a dance party here earlier because I had left my previous character dancing, and so there was a whole dance party. Somebody was cooking up a pot of curry. There were people jamming out on a guitar, characters dancing all around the place, but, you know. So I don't know what this whole upgrade the weapon thing is yet. I haven't looked into it. Go check our lookbook and see where we stand. So we go here, we go view player looks, most likes, 6 per page. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8th place, 9th place, and rounding out the top 10 right there. So, and I do appreciate that one. That one's a fun one. 11, 12, oh, come on, there we go, little doggy girl going on. Richie's a bitch. 13. Number 14, of course, you've got some good old classic PSO2 Gooner Bait. And then here I am at number 15 on the top People's Lookbook. It's a little mini game. I think of it as that. So let's see here. We are going to go first. First things first. I'm going to adjust the position of the weapon sheath. So down just a little bit, bring it in a little bit, closer. There we go. And of course, this is a civilized woman. She reads her books. All right, let's go check and see what our dailies are today. Tasks. Got all of my alliance tasks done. Oh my goodness. Foraging for tame meats, combat enemy suppressor, run a couple of things. Clear that, clear that. Oh, there's a double one. That's an XP bonus? It get, whatever. Oh, that's the new one. I haven't done that one yet. Well, if you want to watch me fail hard. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll go here. We're going to block transfer. I'm going to go to some place that's decently popular. I am on the least populated ship. Ship 4 on the game. And we're going to transfer on over there. Let's go shoot some thingy bobbies. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, there, we're good. We're done. Grab ourselves a meal. Cook quick food. I'm going to select item and create and just keep it simple. So this gives me PowerPoints, and reach and match is PowerPoint consumption is down, so I'm using less power. Awesome. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our region mag. I don't think mag is short for anything. We're going to go get the priceless region mag, so that way it increases the amount of monies I make, and monies are important in this game. I can show you, and you know, I have to wait for my my gaming channel. It's currently suppressed in the algorithm. So okay, we're going to go ahead. You want to get 400 points, 405, good enough. Pop some. I don't know how this works, right? You put meat into this thing, and it makes you powerful. Weird. Video game logic. Okay, next we are going to forage for meat, which we see that little white marker there. There's meat. Speaking of meat, so let's go get the meat. Tra-la-la, skippity-doo, skippity-doo. And then I realized I have to go fix something. All right, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and do that in a second. All right. Still don't have all the meat we need, but that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and come over here. Out of the way. So I don't get bodied. Because I forget which thing. So we're going to turn global sound on. That should keep sound going, and then I can go over to my soundboard and remember one of these, and I can feed the sound over into where you're at. It's weird. It's not showing. It's not showing. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Because it's definitely coming through. All right, you know what? We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna see if anybody can. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic for a second because. All right, we found it. I'll turn that down a little bit. That was a bit loud. All right. All right. Let's go get some more meat. Meat. Stomp the meat. Oh, the cute little fuzzy creatures. You know, how do you get meat from them? Like, do they shed it? Oh, look, we'll grab some veggies. These are veggies. Make sure you, whenever you're running across, when you're playing this game, you just run across them, grab them real quick. It doesn't take about a couple of minutes. All right, cool. We've got our thing. So next is combat sector suppression. Go ahead and drop into deck space. Number 2, a little more centrally located. Aha, he missed. God, that thing was ugly. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Doesn't look like anybody's here. So, without people here farming, it takes a little bit longer. Stuff. Oh, whatever. We'll go ahead and just... We'll just go ahead and just get the crud out of these monsters. And hurry up and be about our way. Nope. I want to go that way. Oh, it does look like somebody else is here. I'll go ahead and just spam these guys for me. And grab these guys quick. Oh, got our PSC burst. Or I should say. There we go, take care of those guys. Oh, apparently this was the next area. Alright, now give me a T. I don't want an E, I want a T. I want at the trial. I don't want the energy thing. Because that's where the money's at. That's where the money's at. There we go. Ah, dang it. It went down 1. Okay, we'll have to get it back up. You want it to be at 4. It went down to 2. That happens sometimes. We're just going to go around. We're going to farm some baddies. Some monsters. Hey, oh, I leveled up. Nice. Been leveling up some other classes. Oh. Like they just got that area, so we're gonna hit a different area because farm too much in one area. Oh, there it is. Let's go. The T. The T. Quick. Get it, get it, get it. For all these NPCs, kill a critter and ruin it for the rest of us. Where? Oh, dang it! It's this one. I go hunt down those little drones that just disappeared. Okay, come on. All while it's shooting at you. An orbital cannon. Isn't that great? I got one. I want to be real careful around these. You don't want to hit too many monsters because then it could knock down your little power-up thing. Oh, good. We have enough eyes on that their secret cloaking locations have been revealed. Oh, somebody got him. That's it. Let's do it. Do it to it. That's right. Now it's time to tear stuff up. Of course, the best way to do this is just round them and then just start spamming. I mean, yeah, you could always work on combos and all that. We're going to go ahead and join this party. Nope. Apparently they don't want to auto-join. That's fine. I do like that new option ever since that was a few updates ago. They added the auto-join party. Or basically you could just go LFG! And we're going to go ahead and keep spamming. You know, we're going to raise our damage. That way we clear more mobs faster. A little bit of a ranged attack. I know, melee, it's a ranged attack. It's really only the one ranged attack. Okay, it's a melee class. This is what it is. And then farm this stuff really nicely. I don't even have any upgrades or anything, but I'll probably pull in a good 100,000 off this. That's decent. 100,000, you can do something. You can do something. Clearing them so fast they can't even respawn in time. They will respawn as fast as you can clear them. That's kind of like the whole thing. The game may it may lag a little bit on the server side on refreshing stuff, and that is indicative of your internet connection. Mine is garbage. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna do super attack. There we go. Let's get him. Dang it. All right. Game. We are going to leave. First, before I do that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at their lookbook. Hey, that is cool. That is actually pretty darn cool. That's cool. Leave it cool. And then, I think that's it. I think that's all I needed to do with that. So let's go ahead and go to the tasks. Go to daily. Yep. So next I want to do this one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Go here. I think it's a limited time quest. No quest to accept, huh? Let's seal exploration. I guess that's the one. So let's go ahead and start that. That'll fill up. Enough. 4 out of 8 people joined. So until then, go ahead and there we go. We've got our little burst. See, that's the thing you're looking for. And once that happens, boom, you stop. Move on to another spot. Oh, there we go. See, help out the other people farm in that area just for a little bit. You can clear 1 million an hour doing it. All right, so it says, in this quest, the objective is to defeat the powerful boss enemy at the deepest level while strengthening yourself and choosing one of the random ability buffs that will be offered during the process of conquering each sector in order. The maximum number of Resticine and Reversicine will be reduced, and the Mars battery will not recharge during this quest. As you conquer each sector, you will obtain energy points along with ability buffs. Energy points can be used to obtain certain ability buffs. Replenish Resticine and Reversicine. Resticine heals yourself. Reversicine revives a fallen opponent. Think of it as like a Phoenix down. As well as, oh, there we go. I didn't read it in time. Choose my ability. I will take normal attack potency up. Let's do this. We got some targets. You go. Something is stopping. There it is. See that guy is glowing red? Yeah, he's can't damage the other guys while he's doing that. Oh, somebody's down. I think somebody else got to that. All right, cool. Whoa, we do not want to be in the middle of that. Let's go ahead and beat on this guy for a minute. Holy moly, it's just spawning more of these guys. I think that's our point. There we go. Let's go ahead and lay down the hurt on him. Ooh, that was too close. 1 hit point left. All right, let's down factors the enemies. Let's go max hit point up. The heal. There, so we grab that stuff. Got that one. Let's go get this one. Good, we got that one. Oh yeah, no. Oh no, 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 no. It's a big robot guy. He's in tank mode. Let's get him while we can. Oh boy. Nope. Stay on top. Nope. You got to do counters really fast. You got to be on top of that. Somebody dropped a. Here we go. I hit my damage bonus. Of course, it makes me more vulnerable to damage. Oh, I barely avoided that one. Oh, we got it. Ooh, is that it? Did we win? Oh. Photon blast potency up. Sure, let's do it. Okay, we grabbed the Healy bits. Ow. Ow. Gotta make sure I hit those counters in time. Oh, at least he's not doing a ton of damage. Ow. There he is. Ow. I'm gonna run out of health at this point. Uh-oh, we're almost out of time. Oh, we ran out of time. Okay. Attack potency destructible parts up, down factor to enemies up, max PP up. Let's go with the. Okay, we'll get 2 more. Holy moly. Alright, let's grab. Ow. Ow. Alright, we're just gonna nail him from a distance. From a distance. I shoot you in the neck. And then I kick your butt. Alright, what we got? What we got? Grab it. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, power attack. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's get that to level 3. Alright. Grab that. Whoop on it. Make sure that we're using our counters appropriately. Come on, I don't like that when it has that banner across the middle. There we go. Ooh, somebody got the good stuff on it. The AoE attack going on. Here we get those. Come on, let's get that. That person's going to do all sorts of funky attacks. Get that area right there. There we go. Good, good, good. Those blue numbers, that's what we want. We got it. Ooh, ouch. Let's get out of there. We don't want to be in that. Yes, got the counter with the. Oh, ow. We got it. We got it. We got it. Holy moly. All right. Down factor to enemies up. Reflection shield activation. You know what? I don't know what that is, but I'm going to take it. If it is what I think it is. Who are we attacking first? We're going after this one. Ow. Make sure you get those counters in just in time. I am not too familiar with this creature. I don't know how to read its attacks. There we go. That's what we like. I'm going to go ahead and beat on it with the ultimate attack. Yes, done. Next. This guy. All right, where's your... No, you got your... There it is. I'm going to beat on that right there. With the counters. Make sure we do that counter in time. Yeah, so you get the little coolness. Extra power attack. Ooh, nice. Good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's go to potency damages up when hit points 75% or later. You know what? Let's do that. Just work on keeping high hit points. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is my first time doing this event. So I do like it. It's fun. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we're going to shoot some little thingies. Oh, there it is. I don't like this thing. Meaning the monster. Yeah, got the counter in. I'm not familiar with this monster yet. Just gonna bombard it for a second. Ow. Thought I got the counter in that. Yep. He's got some DOT on me right now. Yep, all done. Ooh, we're going to do a good game on that one. Good game. Good game. Go ahead and do a little dance. We're going to do a little dance. Do. We did it. We'll do that one. Do. We're doing a little dance. Move all to material storage. Don't know these weapons at all. That one, we're going to deposit that one to mission pass storage. We're going to retrieve these daggers. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and take all of them. That's 12-star stuff. So, yeah, holy moly, this is dropping 12-star gear? What? What? Oh, no. Oh, no. 12-star gear, by the way, the current stuff that I have is 11-star. Weapons are 11-star. So, that's what it is. Would I have a text message? Okay, no. Ta-da! Absolutely fantastic. All right. That was actually a bit of fun. Defeat enemies in the name designated. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and order our mission pass. See what we got. We just got the one layer, one thing. Cool. I'll take it. What was this? It was a stamp of Psy. What is this? Salon pass and 5 yellow triggers. Yellow triggers ever since they changed the thing where you spawn in the middle of town instead of right next to the trigger. Kind of ruined it. Yellow triggers are a great way to, used to be a great way to level up your character. All right, we're going to go back to Popular Land. I'm going to block transfer all the way back to Alio01. And we fly all the way back. Boop. We're going to go park ourselves in AFK Alley. Because, you know, that's where I live. AFK Alley. Got more playing done there than I've done in several. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and go with a dance. Let's do. Oh no, let's not do a dance. We're going to prepare for battle. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I was doing earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and hide that. Alt tab out to my thing. Go to the dancing waifu. And you know what? I will be right back. I gotta go check in on Dadland and make sure everything over there is running smoothly. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I have to go into options, go into sound, turn global sound off. Wait, when I exit window, when I don't have it. Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted. When I don't have the window actually active, turns off the sound. Then I go to, where did I hide? There, I hid that right there. Beep, beep. Okay, cool. Now nobody can hear it. Nobody gets to enjoy it. Alright, I'll see you here. Whoa, that's a bit loud. Alright, so I'll see you all here in a little bit. I think I just go. Thanks. Okay, we're back. Go ahead. Of course, I went and got started without you. Because, you know, I'm an asshole. It's what I do best. Alright, so my chat's not updating. Dang it, man. This YouTube app is dookie. Okay, so let's go ahead and pin that message. The lines are now open. If you want to come on, we've got something to promote. You want to come talk about industry. You want to make some sausage. Find a problem and you want to search for a solution. Come on up. There are only 3 rules. 3 rules. Rules be the 3. Rule number 1. There are no critics up here, only editors. That's right. The difference between a critic and an editor is that editors pose a solution. All right, rule number 2. No gamer words. Yep. Any words that are specifically designed just to hurt somebody's fifis gotta stay out. And that is, you know, just like Vasilis said, you know, rule number 3. Don't be a cunt. Rule, and I know, I just used a gamer word. What I should have said, I should have said it in, like, you know, Australian accent. Think of doing an Australian accent right now. Gotta go to Bendigo and go get my cube. And rule number 3 is get rule number 3. I do. Somebody's gonna remind me. Someone's gonna remind me. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and select that stuff right there, and then everything below it, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab our loop tool. Should have done this and a little bit on that, but that's okay. We're just gonna grab our loop tool, start grabbing all this stuff, grab it in. It's like that. Remember that that maze game where you're like, oh my god, I can't touch the sides. Oh, and then when you finally beat the last level, it was that scary screaming chick. And yeah. Only scary screamy chick. This is just my face, so I apologize. Speaking of my ugly face, still got to get some more supplies before I can really do any like live streaming with camera on my face. I got to get more lights. I'm not going to be sitting here half in the dark and whatnot. I barely have enough to set up my table, which drawing table, which I'm going to be doing later today. I'm going to do that after this program. I'm going to get in here and just make sure, like, easy sloppy margins. And that's what she said. In here and just kind of whip this up. And whoop. Okay, so that is that. Now here's what I'm going to do with that. We're going to make sure that we have this layer selected. And then I'm going to do this. We're going to go ahead and do a tonal correction. And we're going to desaturate this first. Desaturate. Boop. Look at those values. Look at those values. That's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Sure that I don't have any weird spots of color. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm going to go up to this layer right here. And then we can see some oddities here. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead to power. We're going to duplicate this whole thing so that I still have my original. I'm going to go ahead and merge all of these down. Come on. Oh, it's all the way down. All right, now we're going to deselect. And we are going to tonal correction. We are going to do the same thing. We're going to desaturate. So we've got that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this nice desaturated layer. I'm going to bring it up here. Where's the power? There's the power. I'm going to get rid of this layer. Delete it. Merge this down. Top of that. And then I'm going to reselect. So that's to reselect. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I want to separate those two layers. Then we're going to reselect. And I'm going to invert that selection, and we're going to delete. Ah, dang. I'm all out of order here. So we're going to undo that. Yep, nope, I have to undo that. I have to bring this back down. All right, so we're going to go back a couple steps. Okay, go back, go back, go back. Okay, cool. We're back to where we need to be. We're gonna grab this, we're going to reselect that right there, and we're going to cut and paste to a new layer. That way I don't have to do anything funky. And we're going to deselect. And I see that we've got a little bit of a border issue there. Oh, it's because I have anti-aliasing turned off. I do have anti-aliasing turned off. That's okay, because I'm going to have to come in with some blending anyways on that to recolor on it. So it is what it is, I guess. Next, we're going to take this layer and we are going to let's see how we can do this. Nope, edit. Let's see here, tonal correction. I think this is what I do. So I take the green all the way down. Yep, and then we're going to take the blue all the way down. It gives us a pure red, which is not what we want, but gives us somewhere closer into the vicinity of where we want to be. So then we're going to go ahead and there's a couple of ways I can go about this. I think that actually works decently for background, right? All right, so let's go ahead here. Go ahead and tinge it a little bit that way. Say okay. We're going to make a new layer. We're going to make a new layer. Set this one to multiply. We want it to be a very, very, very light opacity. Because I am going to grab pure blue. We're going to lighten it up quite a bit. We're going to grab our marker tool and crank up the size on that. And kind of get in here. So maybe that's too light here. No, that's not the filter that I want then. Nope, that's not the filter I want. Not the filter I want either. Nope, we just want a little bit. So, no, that's not coming out the way I want it to either. All right, so we're gonna go back, I say, back, you beast. Okay, we're gonna take it back to the black and white, and we're gonna come in here. I'm gonna make sure that with our loop tool that we have aliasing on all the way. And we're going to go ahead and hide the power. And we're going to grab... what am I going to grab here? Grab Home Skillet. I'm going to grab all around Home Skillet. The Devil Flyer. And I'm going to grab all around him. We're going to separate this even further. The reason I'm doing this is the result. I did not clarify before I started doing a digital painting with Rex. He wanted this piece, and his original intention was to do a bunch of line art and then hire a colorist come in, do it. And so all I really did, I created work for myself. We're gonna go use the selection pen here. It's easier to work sometimes. Come in with the selection pen, hit up that line work in there. Cut back on this a little bit. Get that sharp angles where it didn't kind of sharp. That's fine. We're going to come back at our selection. Is keen. Selection pen. I do love the selection pen. That's a lot of fun. It makes life be tolerable to this. So, and selection pen. Oop. Do that right there. Tilt this because that's a weird angle for me to be going across. Of course, you know, I do need to get in there. I need to do some pen exercises to get used to making strokes at different angles. I need to get better at that. So that's something that I'll do someday. First, before I get in there, and use our subtraction tool to nix, clean up some of that stuff there, like that. Okay, if it's inside the black line, because it's going to be obscured, obfuscated, concealed. Hold on, we got somebody in the chat. Question. So, Gray Cloudy Day asks, "Is this your character?" No, this is Devil Flyer from Memento Comics. That's Rex Christian. Link in the description below, both to Rex's channel and Devil Flyer over on GoFundMe. Not GoFundMe, Fund My Comic. I knew it had fun in the title. Yeah, absolutely great campaign. Tons of wonderful entertainment to be had with. Rex is definitely bringing his A game. Now I'm going to double check something real quickly because I think I might be creating too much work for me. Yeah, it is completely obscured, but so I can actually just kind of go right over that. So that's fine. It's fine. We can just get right over that. Come in, just edge in on that line. And get this. It's really funny, Very Cloudy Day, that sometimes it's really funny because sometimes I promote other people's stuff so much that perception is that it is mine. That is not that that's the case this time. Because, you know, Rex is out there. He's every day. He's got the 4 o'clock shadow. That's at 5 o'clock Eastern. 4 Central. And he does a wonderful little show over there. Talking about comics, collectibles, and other really neat things. He's got quite a collection. I've only semi-jokingly mentioned to him that he should open a museum. But here's the thing. He has provided items to museums so that future generations can absolutely enjoy some really cool stuff. Oh yes, you're very welcome, Grey Cloud. You're very welcome. Let me go here because we have the people. Okay, cool, thanks. I'll check out his channel. Is it Umberglitch? No, Umberglitch is another absolutely wonderful person and creator. And he's got a wonderful channel. Let me do a double check here real quick and see what I have going on in. Oh, no, I wanted to take a look at the description and just make sure. So let's see here. Back Devil Flyer on FMC. That's one good link right there. And then we have Momentum Comics. We have that link to Rex's X account. And then we have 4 O'Clock Shadow. That is the Devil Flyer Momentum 8743. That is his channel. Definitely go check out all that stuff. I do try to get some links in there because I'm a man on a mission, and my mission is to supplant mainstream. Mainstream, I don't know if you've been paying attention. It's not so good anymore. When Batman can't move a couple 100,000 units, it's a sign. It's a sign. Now, art styles and stuff like that, that's all fads and fashion and whatnot. But the fact is that the storytelling is weak. It is polluted with insert activism, and it's absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal with what's going on with that. So that's why I promote indie, because the next great thing is going to be coming out of indie. It is. The next great thing is coming out of indie, and all those links in the description below. There's all independent creators. We like COC, the creator-owned comics. That's what that stands for. Creator-owned comics are the best. Everybody from well-established creators like Billy Tucci, Ethan Van Sciver, Brian Polito, all the way to the little guys like us. Us little guys. We're just a little feller. Biscuits and mustard. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade. Yep. So all sorts of amazing stuff. Elysian Fields over on Kickstarter right now. That's funding. It has funded. So that is absolutely fantastic. That one, imagine Mortal Kombat with all the heroes of legend and lore duking it out to see who will be the next ruler, the underworld of the afterlife. Who's going to be the next one in charge? It is a duel for it's a battle for the ages. It's absolutely fantastic. Pantheons choosing their champions, sending them forth. Of course, Greek chosen 4 mighty champions. Or 3 mighty champions. Hippolyte, Heracles, and Achilles, which are our main characters that we're paying attention to over there. We're rooting for them. Great. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. The creator, Michael Odin, is a fan of history, and so he does it justice. And you can go ahead and pick up, the Odyssey or the Iliad, all this other stuff, 12 Trials of Heracles, and go compare his version to the historical account. Totally worth it. And of course, right now I am here's later today. I will be getting the ability to do physical art again. I'm really excited. My studio's been down for a hot minute. I had somebody try to help me out last year, and of course I had a better setup last year, but then that janky desk that I had, it did not survive. It did not survive. Let's go ahead. We will wobbled in. We'll come back with our other tool to pour things up, make sure that these selections are a little bit tighter. But for now, it's not just good, it's good enough. Let me get back to the chat and see what's going on over there. Let's see here. Yeah. Great Cloudy Day says, I haven't been into mainstream comics for years, unless old issues I find cheap. Cool. Yes. So, and if you're looking for inexpensive comics, I do highly recommend Alterna Comics. Alterna.com. I do not have a link to them in the description. I will fix that because they've got regular floppy comics for around $2 a piece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and they do these really great specials where several times a year they crowdfund stuff, and you can buy whole big bundles of entertainment. My neighbors and I, we get in on that stuff when they're running the big bundles, and we get a whole bunch of comics for the kids because comic books are a gateway to literacy. And reading levels amongst public school students they're just in the tank. It's really bad. Reading levels for adults are down really. But then again, literacy rates for adults have never been actually all that. There's kind of a little bit of a misnomer there, which is another reason why I support comics of all kinds. Comics aren't just for kids. That was a construction of the seduction of the innocent McCarthy era anti-communist propaganda. All these adult comics, the kids, they're getting ruined. They're being corrupted, and all that stuff. And that was just straight out nonsense. That was Puritans attacking general literacy, because most adults would actually just read a comic book. They'd read a Western, they read a pulp novel, or something of the sort. And nowadays, reading's not cool. Being ignorant is glorified in many cultures here in the U.S. And where's my pallor too pale to be commenting on some of that directly, but I will get somebody of the right melanin persuasion to be speaking on it there, because if I speak on it, all of a sudden I'm a nasty person and really bad words. But if somebody of the proper melanin persuasion comes along and says the exact same thing that I do, well, then they're also a nasty person full of nasty words. But at least it's more, as much as I despise the term, politically correct. Of course, politically correct should be only for politicians, not for people. The First Amendment exists for a reason. The right to say anything you want to, really, most anything you want to. But if you're a nasty person, then you can go get checked. Saw a quote from Mike Tyson recently, and it was along the lines of like, all these people talking trash on the internet, the reason why they do that is nobody gets popped in the mouth anymore. Something along those lines. I was like, dang, Mike, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there, Mike. You're not wrong. I see that I've got to fix that. I fixed that on the other picture, but I didn't fix it on this one. But that might be because it might be covered by a bloom effect. Take a look at the chat here in just a second as I lay down these lines, because I don't want to leave the chat out there. You guys are talking to me, and I would be rude to be dismissive or ignoring. Let's see here, right here. Oh yeah, the EDGEPUNK magazine site. That thing is out of control. It is super fun. And yeah, I don't know. Wonder Woman wore bondage gear. Creator was into being tied up. Oh yeah, yes. That is true. And it was very subtly, and it was very poorly masked as such. But when DC Comics bought the intellectual property during the Silver Age, Wonder Woman got a kind of a wholesome makeover, and now she's more powerful than ever, which is kind of cool. I've always appreciated Wonder Woman, and of course, my Wonder Woman, Carter. Yum! I grew up on that. I would not want to miss an episode. My parents could con me into all sorts of chores just for a little Wonder Woman, and they knew it. Oh, they knew it. They know they had me right where they wanted me. Same thing with the Star Wars action figures. They could get me to do anything in the world for a Star Wars action figure. And I'll tell you right now, I had a lot of them. I had action play sets. I had all sorts of figures. In fact, there's a treasure trove of Star Wars figures buried in a backyard somewhere in Vallejo, California. Because, well, I used to grab the little gardening shovel and dig myself out in my own action play set. And sometimes I'd turn on the hose and replicate Dagobah. Yeah, man. We have fun. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. We're going to have it be minus a subtraction tool. We're going to go ahead and boop, bring that back down. Let's go ahead and zoom out, take a look at our marching ants, and make sure that we have all the areas we need selected. Nope, we missed a spot. See, right there. Got to take a look at your marching ants. Apparently, that's an empty slot. So, we have our lasso. Make sure it's on addition mode. Boop, and boop, and boop. Make sure that we've got all that. Take a look around for any marching ants. That's what I call that little dotted line that's kind of moving along. I call it marching ants. All right, cool. That is that. So next, I'm going to create a new layer. And this one is going to be... We're going to go with hue. So I don't know. Some of these things I haven't played with too much. I'm so used to doing things the hard way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill this in with a nice bright red. Like that. And nothing shows up, so that's fine. Let's go with a screen. Cool. That's okay. Too light. So let's try overlay. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Next thing that I want to do actually is I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. We're gonna make it a nice bright orange, right? And then I'm going to gosh darn it. Yes. I'll add. Oh man, I haven't gone into that too much on making a subtool. Hold on 1 second. We got that out there in the thing. How many people did you kill for the Millennium Falcon? Well, I was 4. That one I didn't have to work for. Just added alternative comic books to my home screen on my phone. Lots of nice looking books to pick from. Dude, there is a whole collection there for the whole family. There's groups. There's comics for grown-ups, comics for kids, alternatives. Got it, dude. Peter Simeti is really bringing the heat. Absolutely fantastic creator, man. When I was, gosh, I think I was 5. Yeah, so I was 5. So this is the winter of 1982, and I got the Lights and Sound Millennium Falcon for Christmas. And that one right there, dude, and I got my first tools, right? I got one of those little mini tool kits for kids, right? Um, the day after Christmas, my parents come into the they come downstairs, they come into the living room, and I have the Millennium Falcon taken apart, and I broke it up into two play sets and a light and sound board that I made out of a bit of a cardboard box. Like I went gonzo on that thing. And man, my parents were kind of mortified at this. But then they were like, you know what? We're okay with this. We're okay with this. We're going to put like more of an orange glow towards the middle here. I'm going to grab my blender. We're going to grab it. We're going to make it super big because I do want to kind of have a little bit of a color gradient. It's going to take a minute for this to do its thing. I'm going to turn up the color stretch on this. Stretching this color out. And it's grabbing the gray. Why is it grabbing the gray? I don't like it when it. So maybe if I have the tool. Grabbing the gray. I don't like that. I don't want it to grab that. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead, grab that brush again. We're going to make it bigger this time. I'm going to kind of ham fist this stuff in. Right? We're going to ham it in here. Ham it up. Ham sandwich. It's delicious. All right. Go ahead and do it like that. Then we're going to grab like a bright sunny yellow and just right in there in the middle. Right, and then I'm going to grab a different brush. I know I have a really good one. Did I put it down in my blenders? I think I do. I have a texture, but here we go. This wonderful blender that I downloaded. Yeah. And do like that, a little bit out. That's all right. A little fudged. Fudge. We're going to make it bigger. I know it's going to take a little longer for it to process each stroke, but it's going to give me a better texture. We want a better texture. We're going to blend it back in. We're going to move things a little bit. That way we've got a little bit of helium bob, power streaking and whatnot. And like I said before, I could have saved myself so much trouble just by a little bit of communication. So be it, Jedi. To do what we're going to do. We're going to grab that and grab that. Let's see here. Well, hey, you gray cloudy day. Thank you very much for stopping by. Good to see you. You had yourself a wonderful one. What? Rip Reverse and Alterna? No, I can recommend Alterna, but I can't recommend Rip Reverse until he gets his editorial staff in gear. I want to recommend all indie comics, but so far what I've seen come out from Ripa is not all that fantastic. The artwork's okay. But and from what I understand, it really is just friends and business don't often mix. Right? Well, I harbor no ill will towards anybody really. you know. But dude, like, gotta get that stuff squared away. So let's see here. You know what? I think I've been going about this all wrong. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna nuke this layer. We're going to deselect, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and straight up color all of this. So we're gonna start with some deep reds out here at the edges. Oops, that's the wrong tool. And we're gonna start out here at the recesses of this. Let's go to brushes and use the, yeah, there we go. So, because I can always go ahead and I'm going to paint over the whole thing. All right, we're just going to paint over the whole thing. But hey, you know, you're a fan of what you're a fan of, and I'm not going to disagree with it. Because art is subjective, taste is subjective. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's you like what you like. Or is that so disgustingly? There we go. So, and you know, it really is. It is what it is. Let's see here. Not great comics, but gives them what they want. Dude, Rippa fans seem to really enjoy it. Me, I'm pickier. I'm pickier when it comes to my books, and I'm especially pickier when it comes to the value of editors. And just I don't see the hard work being put in. You know, I don't see the hard work being put in on the editing. I'm seeing a lot of stuff just go right past the editors, and it's unfortunate because it does everybody a disservice. Go ahead and do it like that, and then I'm going to grab my blending tool. This time we're going to make it a lot smaller because we're just going to kind of squiggle it in back and forth. It's going to take a while for it to catch up. And you know what? First, before I do that, I'm going to use, grab this textured blender. We're going to make it nice and big. Just going to kind of blend it up a little bit. Good textured blend. Muddy it up a little bit first. Of course, you know, working through it, and beyond it. Texture blender doesn't do a whole lot at a time, but it will. And then I can come in, and it does give me a nice little bit of texture. Hence its name. Let it catch up. Yo! We got Paulus out there. He says, "Are you coloring with the mouse?" No, I'm using my pen. Use my pen. You see value in that, but probably could use better editors. No, definitely could use better editors, but dude, like I've said before, the only people who get to say that it's not a bug, it's a feature, are the people who make Goat Simulator. Like, for real. Like, yeah. A two-page spread that has just been, you know, spread out, turned into a page-turn reveal. That is a glaring no-go. That is a no-go in my book. That's just, and then to just, you know, it comes. I look. I can't speak to certain things, but I also can't say that the perception that it's disingenuous and escaping responsibility. I also can't say that that is not the case because I don't know the guy personally. I don't know. I haven't paid too much attention to him. I used to watch Ripa during the when he was doing more of the the political commentary. But as he got into comics and started getting into like that stuff, I just stopped paying attention. Because I've worked in small business, I worked in business troubleshooting, and that kind of behavior is what sinks ships. I've known too many businesses that don't exist anymore because of that kind of attitude. And I don't watch ships sink. But hey, unfortunately, there are people out there that'll excuse any kind of anything, all for the sake of their fandom. We see it with the the Disney Star Wars fanatics. We see it with them. Well, they will just excuse any heaping pile of garbage. And and I'll give this, Rip is way better than anything mainstream's putting out, for real. But man, dude, gotta take some accountability for leadership decisions. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, as the phrase goes. Oh, I hear the mouse click. Yeah, no, that's me just tapping on the board. Paulus says, I thought it was, I was hearing a mouse clicking. Well, see, now here's the deal with all caps, man. I'd much rather a book be late than mediocre and full of editing errors, to be honest. And therein lies a difference in learning curves, right? Eric July has been running his own business for a long time, very, very long time, and he has experience in that. EBS has been making comics for a long time, so he has the knowledge and experience needed to make sure that the creative endeavors are good. And yeah, we run across the what I call the Lucas principle, right? The George Lucas principle, and that being that passion projects are passion projects. We're all a little blind on our passion projects. We might not see like, oh snap, actually, now that I read that again, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, right? That happens. That happens. Why do you think Lucas remastered the original Star Wars so many times? You can go look. I used to have a VHS collection of all the Star Wars, to include the originals and the remasters, right? And it was hilarious. That was hilarious. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to now reselect and invert the selection. And we're going to nix that, and that should be our background. So our background should be good to go. Now, next. Gosh. Okay. So next, I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to, okay, I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to add that background. So we're going to add that to our selection. It worked. No? No, it didn't work. Okay. Okay, there's just no way around it. Alright, so we're gonna undo that last little thing I did. We're gonna come in here with our selection tool, our selection pen. Now, like, yeah, this is a misnomer. Nobody's taken 5 years on a book except like that is still around. Tree Goblin's not happy with late books, and that's totally viable. Totally viable. Yeah, excuses stink. Excuses are terrible. If I gotta, yeah, no, and I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Victim of his own success. He's a huge publisher before he was ready. No experience. He doesn't know who to hire to get the job done right, except Chuck Dixon. Well, and I would also toss in Mike Barron. Absolutely fantastic. But the editorial staff, what they've done with Dixon and Barron's work has, I've not heard good reviews, and that breaks my heart, man, because Dixon and Barron are phenomenal. I mean, these guys are absolutely amazing writers, and like they don't need a whole lot of editing. You know what I mean? Like, they're so experienced that they kind of edit themselves. But like my wife, who has over a quarter century experience as an editor, says, when editors write a book, they hire an editor. So anybody who says, "Oh, I don't need an editor," that's a red flag. That's a red flag. When you've got errors going out, that's a red flag. And whatnot. That's a red flag. And like I said, I have my list of priorities. Like, people giving Yellow Flash a hard time about launching his book late. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with launching your book late. However, pay your artist, bro. You got the YouTube money. I know you can do it. I know you could easily afford it. Like, pay your artist. Yeah, he was going to get. He's getting Dillard's getting a cut. He's getting a piece of the pie, as it were. But dude, like, how much is that pie worth now that you, Yellow Flash, have burnt bridges? Like, for real. Like, how much is that pie worth now? It's worth a whole lot less. And that's nice. Yeah, Dillard's getting 40%. The doctor doesn't perform surgery on himself. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see here. Yeah, Dillard's getting performed. Yeah, so. Yeah, and it is kind of a misnomer. Like, Yellow Flash offered, Dillard turned it down. But, you know, a cash advance on projected earnings is standard in the world of publishing. Right? A cash advance, an advance on royalties earned, is standard. So when somebody writes a book, right, you get an advance, and this advance is based on what they project, you know, minimal earnings would be for that. And so, say, you know, 40% would have been, you know, say it was $1,000. Well, then, you know, okay, cool. Here's $1,000, and what the publishing company does is they will repay that, because it's basically a liability-free loan. What it is. That's the way that this works in the world of publishing. This is standard business. So it's like, okay, cool. We project that we're going to do like this. So your share of the profit, or your share of the royalties, right, We'll go back to paying that deficit that we have paid you in advance. But if we don't make that money, then don't worry. You're off the hook. Right? You are not liable for that. So you don't have to pay back any money. That is standard in the world of publishing. And this just speaks to inexperience, and I don't think it's like anything malicious. Like, to be perfectly honest, I'm not saying that there's any malicious activity there at all. Quite the contrary. I think it's just a general lack of experience in the world of publishing. Hey, Bone, always good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. 40% isn't bad, and 40% is great. No, that's outrageously awesome. That's a good deal. That's a great deal. However, like I said, in the world of publishing, it is standard to receive in advance, especially if you're going to do that much work. So it would be like, okay, yes, but like I said, this just speaks to inexperience, not to any sort of malicious behavior. I don't think there's a drop of malicious behavior in there. I don't think that any of that stuff is nasty. Hold on one second. I got something beeping in the back. So give me a second here. Yo, Doc Blaylock, how are you doing, buddy?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. So we're talking about industry standards. We're currently on the yellow flash subject. You familiar with what's going on there? The controversy that people on the internets are not happy about?
Well, unless there's breaking news, I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
Right. And so I was saying that, that I would put money on that there is no malicious intent. There's no anybody trying to get one over on anyone else.
No.
But I also said that, hey, in the world of publishing, it is standard to receive a liability-free royalty advance. So if they make that money,
yeah, that's less common now than it used to be.
That I heard about. My wife was telling me about that. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, there's a really weird thing now in publishing, and this is novels, graphic novels, whatever, by the big houses. No, I shouldn't say the big houses. Let's say the medium-sized houses.
Okay.
Wherein they lock you into what's called an open contract. So let's say they are publishing my book, and they will say, all right, we will get you into Barnes & Noble. We will get you into Walmart, whatever. Physical, on the shelves, not print on demand. Cool, you say. And Barnes & Nobles and Walmart, they each order 50 of your books or however many. And then your publisher strokes you a check for your percentage of that sale. The catch is in this open contract that if those books don't sell, they get returned to the publisher. And then the publisher says, yeah, you're on the hook for that money that we sent.
God, that's criminal.
It is.
That pisses me off right off the bat. Oh, dude.
So, boys and girls, if you're out there and someone's representing you and you see the word open contract, run, don't walk to the door. But as far as Dillard and Yellow Flash, look, to say that Dillard is being taken advantage of
I don't think that's the case.
Is to say that Dillard is stupid, and he's not a stupid man.
Yeah, I agree.
He freely chose the agreement he's in. That's his business and nobody else's. Who cares? Let's just hope it's a good book. That's all I want.
Dude, I think it's going to be a great book. I think it's going to be a great book. I think it's going to be really cool.
I know
at the same time, I was like, man, gotta get that advance. You gotta get that advance. And I don't think either of them knew that was like that was standard. Like I said, I don't think there's not a drop of malicious intent there whatsoever.
No.
But it's a whoopsie daisy.
The only complaint I would have were I in Dillard's shoes, and this is the only complaint, is fuck, man, I've been finished with this work. Let's get this launch this campaign. Let's get me paid.
Yeah, get the campaign go. I know that Yellow Flash wants to have like everything done. in time, and it's like, yeah, that's commendable, but bro, if it's in editing, get it out.
Yeah, when
Just
when
get
I
it out.
launch a campaign tank, all the art is finished, the story is finished, everything's formatted, the lettering is done. All we're left waiting on might be the colors on the cover, or a final edit, whatever. You can go ahead and launch
Yeah,
at that point. The lion's share of the work is done.
yeah, yeah. You can launch at that point and say, hey, we're in the final stretch. It's safe to back this book. You're getting your book, and you're going to get it
Right.
in a reasonable amount of time. Especially if the last thing if the step you're on is editing.
Yeah. Tree Goblin
Because
says.
that.
Tree Goblin says Diller's looking at it as an investment more than a job. Correct, and that's his
And that's
call to
fine.
make. That's his call to make.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm not throwing shade. Even when I speak to things that because my audience is all over the place with their fandom, and I don't shame a dang person for what they like. It's like, dude, you're going to be a fan of what you're going to be a fan of. I'm sure there's a TV show or something like that people out there are way into that. I'm just like, yeah, I saw that, and I wanted to pluck out my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I got people all across my timeline way into what do you call that? The Marvel and the DC stuff. And dude, I could not care less. I don't get people attacking other people because they're a fan of something. Like that stuff.
Yeah. Look, if you're into something that I'm not into, guess what? The worst possible outcome is, yeah, we're not going to sit around talking about it.
All right, we'll talk about something else.
Yeah, we'll find something else to talk about.
All right. No, dude. Like I never got into.
I was going to say, never been a Doctor Who fan.
I dig it.
People are fanatics about it, and that's cool.
Dude.
It's awesome. You like what you like. It's just not my bag.
I have a feeling I've got this all backwards. I have to go. I'm going to go into the chat real quick. I'm going to go into the stream as it is. Go click that link, unless I already have it open. Do I have it open? No, I don't have it open already. Okay.
No idea what you're talking about right now.
Oh, I got to take a look at the at Devilfly. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this? Okay.
The light versus dark colors.
Yeah, I forget which one's the light and which one's the dark.
I've got it right here. Hold on.
Okay, that's fine because I've got it.
You've got it right. So his cowl and chest piece are light. His tights are dark.
Okay, cool. Because I just went to the campaign page. But see, his helmet is light colored with the fins being dark.
Yep.
And the nose is or beak
is dark.
Is dark.
Yep.
So okay, nope, I can fix that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then I've got to, apply a little bit of color theory to this. See, this is why crosstalk is important. Never watched. Bone says, yeah. Frederick Gillimon says, if you're a fan of the new Doctor Who, I might raise an eyebrow. Yo, Marinus.
Agreed, Frederick. Agreed.
Yeah, no. I definitely wouldn't value an opinion on what is good to watch. I'll just put it that way.
Correct.
I'd be like,
If you sit down across from me and take a big old bite out of mud soup and tell me it's delicious, I'm not going to take culinary advice from you.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you on that. Okay, why is that coming out like that? It shouldn't be. Let's go ahead and just see here. No, that's the right thing. Okay. Because I got to come back in. I'm just laying down. Basically, I'm just laying down like the flat shade right now.
Right.
And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to inch it towards yellow towards the brightness.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what I did with this background here.
Yeah, because if you play around with red and go light, all you get is pink.
That's right.
And we don't want pink.
Hey, look, hey Sarge, I got my new red uniform. That's pink, rookie. No, it's light red. No, rookie, that's pink.
Well, see if you remember this line or this exchange. Yeah, I got enough lead paint to do there. I got 50 gallons of white and 50 gallons of red, but you ain't gonna like the outcome. What do you mean? Pink submarine. Operation
for
Petticoat.
real. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah,
we might be coming in by the strength of a woman's brassiere, but by God, we're coming in.
Yeah, I look, you know, this is one of the things, Doc, is like, look, I don't have to get along with somebody. I don't have to like their project. I don't even have to like their product. However, I do not wish anything but success upon them.
Sure.
Like, plain and simple. I wish them the greatest success because guess what? Even the worst indie comic, I'll take that over a mainstream comic any day. I'd rather.
I'll support my friends. Long
that too.
I'll give Marvel a dime.
No, for real. And
I don't even collect anymore, Tank.
Yeah,
right?
Me neither.
But I'm developing a collection of indies. I guess once you get above 10 books, that becomes a collection, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that. You know what? That passes muster.
Yeah,
We'll go with it.
I've got a swell little stack here.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. So Darkside Marinus of Darkside Comics says, I have a project, drops a link. Drops a bunch of links. Look at all those links. Beautiful links. Yes, that's what the wrench is for. Hey, everybody out there in Chatland, go check out these beautiful links that Marinus has dropped. Bunch of great stuff. I am absolutely certain of it. Because yeah, I was talking about, like, you know, my personal list of priorities, Doc. Like, I will take I'll take a book that launches late over a book that delivers late, and I will take a book that delivers late over a book that is mediocre or full of editing error.
Yeah, you know, have I seen some really bad work?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, you know the world we roll in, and every now and then you see an aspiring creator, and they kind of want you to eyeball their stuff, and you look at it and you go, "Oh, bless your heart," you know.
Yeah.
In those cases, I do offer to help any way I can to say maybe you're not where you need to be, but here's what you can do to get headed in that direction.
Right. Yeah.
Frederick says,
absolutely.
If 10 books is a collection, I have a collection of Well, listen, can 10 things be a collection? If you got 10 cars, is that a collection?
Ooh, why is that coming out so strong? This is just not. You know what? I'm going about this the wrong way. I put that up there, and then I say,
"Yep,
no, that didn't work." Oh, okay, hold on. Then I say, boop, and then I say, boop, and then I take this
layer management.
And I go. No, see, that's still.
All right, well, while you figure it out, I'm going to go refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go right ahead. No, see, that still doesn't kind of work out. I'll figure out something. I had this figured out before. And then I errantly did not save. I did not save. And of course, I have caused myself. Oops, that is absolutely wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Dang it. All right, you know what? I'm going to have to just, I'm going to save this as, this one's going to be 05. Save it. zoom out. Oh yeah, no, it's been an hour. I'm gonna have to come back to this here in a little bit and continue fixifying it. Bring back the power. Still in black and white. This one, dang it. There are a couple different ways that I could do this. Let's see here. We can take this, duplicate the layer, and then
boobs.
Boobs. Oh yeah, speaking of boobs, today's waifu of the day.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's the Royal Blue Knight with boobs. Come on, come on. It's good, good.
You know, I remember
Okay.
when I was a very young kid, maybe 5th grade. Remember the anime Star Blazers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Battleship Yamato?
Oh yeah, Battleship Yamato. Yeah, no, I absolutely love it.
They went through some kind of energy field, and it caused shit to happen. Like the uniforms began to disintegrate, and it showed the one little girl character sitting there, and of course it showed no skin, zero. But her uniform began to dissolve, and I guess she was supposed to have a bra on or something under it. I felt some kind of way about that.
Oh, stretch. Okay. This. All right, edit. Tonal correction. Let's see what I can do here.
You know, I kind of like the wings white.
Right. Drop down the green a whole bunch. Then we're going to drop down the blue even further. And then head.
Now you're just coloring this for content? Or
no, this is gotta get this squared away. Rex had originally wanted me just to do line art. Or sorry, yeah, and I was trying to like do him a solid because he just commissioned line art. So I did the color version. And so he wanted to hire a colorist to color it like the old and the new. And so either A, I do a color correction on this, or B, I ink over all of this so that he can hire a colorist.
Right.
And it's the more I'm working on it, I've spent an hour on this so far, and I'm thinking we might be going with option B. Like that might happen. That might be the case here. Which, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just open up the original. So this is the one that is actually being used. Let me see here. There we go. Open this up. Second here. It's a big file. So this is the back cover.
Yeah.
For the Golden Age costume. And so I might just go in here and just line art it up. I think that might be the fastest solution. And still Rex, I save Rex some money, but he only has to get one item colored instead of 2.
I don't know. I wouldn't go do the line art. I'd just tell the colorist, you do it.
Right. You do the color changes.
You can see my construction lines. Just get there and do it.
Right, and they might be able to do it much faster than I, because I'm not a colorist. I color in real life. I'm not too practiced at digital colors.
Same. Like I've worked primarily in black and white
Mhm.
for comics, but I'm also a painter, and that's got a little bit of color in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I am not a comic book colorist.
Right. Right. No, and I dig it. I
Can you
absolutely
can you
dig it.
back the background music down just a little bit?
Is it still too loud? Jeez, because I can barely hear it. So there we go. I've
Oh,
backed it down even further.
that's all the way down.
See that, dude? That is so weird. This is a non-linear, um,
It's like an all or nothing, isn't it?
kinda. It really is. Because that I
Ask,
can't hear it at
ask
all
the
now.
chat. Yeah, I don't hear it either. Ask the chat. Maybe it's my headphones.
I don't hear anything.
No, nothing. Nothing right now.
Lit. One more notch.
Tree Goblin says I'm too old. I'm old too. Turn the music off, says Tree Goblin. Tree Goblin's a hell of a man. We had a little plain old ordinary thunderstorm roll through here last night, and I was sitting back here working on my book, and power goes
Mm-hmm.
out. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I thought, well, that's it. I'll wrap it up for the night. I didn't make it down the hall before the power came back. I'm like, yay. So I come back to work, and
Well, yeah.
but
Go
the
ahead.
but the internet's not back. And I'm like, well, I don't need the internet to write. I can do that. So, I start writing, and then I realize, no, I can't. If I don't have my music playing in the background while I'm writing, I have this old noir jazz. It's 11 hours of it, I keep playing
Right.
in the background. I can't write without it.
Mm.
So it
No,
totally screwed my
I
night up.
understand that. I totally dig it. I've got background music rolling for whatever it is I'm working on. And
Yeah,
turn it down a
yeah.
little more.
So
Yeah,
like
I can't even
when I'm doing
hear it.
Jake Bishop, I've got noir, jazz going. When I'm writing Elizabeth Payne, I've got some of my good old metal playing, because that's just the vibe of each of those books, and it helps me get in that mindset. Excuse me.
That's funny. So since you're here, might as well let's roll this. Heck yeah.
Hey, that's a spiffy looking book there.
It's most definitely is. I'll be right back. I have to go check in on stuff. I usually take a little 5 minute breather at the top of every hour.
You go
I'll
right
be
ahead.
back.
I'll just
Less
sit.
than 5.
I'll just sit here
Uh,
minding my own damn business.
yeah, tell people about your book.
Uh,
Tell them about the awesomeness. I'll be right back.
okay. Here's what I'll do instead of doing that. Let me minimize that and open this. Everything's running so slow today. So, yeah, it's not as entertaining as watching someone draw, but here's an excerpt from the new Jake Bishop novel, if you guys want to hear it. An hour passes and I begin to despair of Callahan leaving. I know he's inside. I'd seen him arrive this morning. His big Mercedes is still in the parking lot. I'd kept out of sight most of the day, loitering on park benches, local storefronts, and a convenient coffee shop with outdoor tables. I'm damn near chain smoking when finally, around 2 in the morning, he emerges, trailed by two toughs. Callahan climbs into his Mercedes. The other two vanish in a nondescript sedan. Finally. I ease into the light traffic and fall in behind him, careful to keep my distance. He leads me on a merry procession all the way around the bay to the north side, where the wealthy and affluent live in their gilded and gated homes. He stops outside one such gate and waits for it to open fully before pulling inside. With my lights off, I crawl my sedan to a vantage point across the street and wait. The house is not the biggest place in the neighborhood, but it's still a mansion, a big 2-story Greek number with a columned portico. It seems an awfully big house for only one man, but many of the lower floor rooms are alight already. Aside from Callahan's big luxury car, there are 2 other sedans in the drive. How many in the detached garage? Who else lives here? I pull out my binoculars and give the place a look. Everything seems perfectly ordinary, if that word has any meaning for such an extravagant place. A short while later, most of the downstairs lights go out, leaving only the leftmost window aglow. It's coming up on 5 in the morning when I finally give it up. No Annabelle, no mysterious comings and goings, dead quiet. I'm flattened by fatigue and more than a little disappointed as I head home to get a few hours sleep, knowing that I will have to repeat this again tomorrow, today, tonight, whatever. All right, that's all you get. All right, he's got one cigarette to return. It's the last one in my pack. I got to go make some more. Bedtime story. Here's one I used to tell my little boy when he was being bad and he didn't want to go to sleep. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who refused to go to sleep when he was tucked into his bed. So his parents sewed him into the covers, turned off the lights, and left the room. In a little while, a growling could be heard from the closet, and glowing red eyes could be seen. They never found the little boy. Daddy, no! Does anyone else find this avatar to be both unimpressive as a character and frightening at the same time? Like if you walked up on somebody that was dressed like that, looking like that, on the one hand, I would be, get away from me, kid. Stop cosplaying as a whatever you're supposed to be. But then on the other hand, it's like, damn it, man. She put a lot of effort into this. How psychotic must she be? Frederick, if you're still in the chat, I'm intrigued by the pronunciation of your last name. Is it Guimon or help me out with that. I would. Hey, you that just walked across the screen. Who the hell are you? Anyway, how do you pronounce that? Three cups of coffee, still can't wake up. Follows. I'm with you. I'm on my second pot of the day, and I'm still dragging. And I'm hanging out here like I don't have a mountain of work to get done.
All right. I'm back.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry about that. I had to go track down a wandering dustpan. Yeah, it's really funny because my son right now they're taking a break from their schoolwork, and he's doing his chore, getting it knocked out on his break time. Because when he's done with his schoolwork, he wants to go straight into having fun.
Right.
Right.
Good man.
Smart kid. And we have this joke that every time he goes looking for the dustpan, nobody else, but when he needs the dustpan, it's nowhere to be found. It's not up on the nail where it hangs. It has grown legs and wandered off.
Right. Sounds like the story of my life.
And it's just endless amounts of hilarity. Let's see here. 3 cups is coffee. Can't wake up. Tell me a bedtime story.
I did. I told a warm and loving bedtime story.
Oh, yeah.
That I used to tell my kids about the monster in the closet.
Oh, okay.
And how they never found the poorly behaved child again after that.
I do love the old story of, you used to have an older brother.
Yep.
My parents told me that once, and I was like, I called BS. I pressed X right away.
It's every parent's God-given right to screw with their kids' heads.
Hey, you got to.
You
absolutely have to. Otherwise, they grow up being naive.
There was famously in Calvin and Hobbes, I can't take credit for it. Calvin's asking his dad, why are these photographs in black and white from when you were young and not color? He goes, no, they're in color. The world was just black and white until about 1972. And then the other one was where does the sun go when it sets? Oh, they load it on a truck and it takes them all night to drive it back to the East Coast.
When I was little, I actually asked my grandmother if back in the day she dreamed in black and white.
It makes me wonder, when blind people dream, do they see anything?
Yeah. No, I even asked. I asked a friend of mine, my old babysitter. This is what a miscreant I was growing up. I had a babysitter who was blind.
Okay.
And I asked him that, and he was like, I really can't tell.
Yeah. What would be my standard for comparison?
Yeah. So he gave me the no answer.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just gonna I'm gonna loosen up and take a quick break from actual production and do a little bit of Doc Alpha fan art here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Doc Alpha from the Literature Devil, who does absolutely wonderful examinations of modern fiction and whatnot. He broke down why Rey is a Mary Sue and why Luke Skywalker isn't.
Right.
All right. and those are some of his more famous depictions. And he does, he did the one great video, what is Comicsgate, kind
Uh-huh.
of blasting open, blasting past the nonsense that is the Wikipedia article.
Right.
It is pure nonsense. Of course, whenever anybody tells me that their reference is Wikipedia, I immediately discount their opinion faster than if they
Uh-huh.
had pronouns in their bio. Because yeah, it's just absolute just trash. Like Wikipedia is not reliable for anything. Anything.
The
So
only
I'm gonna
use
just
it has is go into the article
Mhm.
about whatever you're looking up, and then just go check their sources and read
Yep.
for yourself.
Yep. That is the only good use. You can go look at their references and stuff, and sometimes you'll more often than not, and when it comes to Wikipedia, you'll see that their references are biased as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
That they
But like,
don't cite original source.
yeah, there was one I was looking up. I'll never forget it. It was a few years ago. I was trying to remember a particular detail about one of Tom Clancy's books. Let's see, which one was it?
Mm-hmm.
It was The Cardinal and the Kremlin. And I was trying to remember something. And it quoted a scene where this guy goes in and he pulls out a couple of defectors from the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered distinctly in the book that the name of the town where it happened, and the Wikipedia article had it wrong. There's no way to tell them they got it wrong. And people say, oh, well, you can just go edit because it's open.
No, you can't.
I tried to do that, and no, you couldn't. Uh,
Yeah, no, you have to be a
one
part
of
of the
their,
special
yeah,
inside circle,
yep, exactly right. I wasn't one
and
of the
in
chosen
order,
few.
yep, nope, they're vetted editors in order to um, in order to edit anything on Wikipedia, you have to be a member of their little circle jerk,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna call it that. It is a
and
circle
it would
jerk.
seem that the way to do it would be okay. Here's something you got wrong, or here's a source you might need. Submit, and then someone go on the other end go, okay, yeah, he's right, or no, you're wrong, and here's why. But they don't do that.
Yeah, no, and it used to be like that back in the early days, and then they changed it to quote unquote fight misinformation.
Yep.
And right there, that was the red flag.
Yeah.
That was the red
There's
flag.
exactly. Anytime you hear the word dis or misinformation, run, don't walk to the door.
Yeah, no, it's absolute garbage when they start doing that. So yeah, what's his name? So Mr. Riviera sent me some reference art that I could use to kind of like get this to do this little bit of fan art. I bugged him about it because I don't have my copy anymore. Um, I did support this campaign, but when I moved, I lost all my crowdfunding books. They're all gone.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't have my Cyberfrog. I don't have my anything. I don't have anything anymore, and that sucks. But hey, all you collectors out there in TD land, that's a boon to you,
One less
right?
in circulation.
That's one less in circulation.
All right, I'm gonna go make some more cigarettes. I'll be right
Hey,
back.
go right ahead. Oh, let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and grab this. We're gonna move it around, move it down. Uh, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in, I don't know, man. Let's see here. A little bit of fun. A little bit of fun here. Let me go check and look at the chat, see if there's anything going on in there. No, no. because you guys like that. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, that's right. That's what we do, right? We're supposed to like beat up on the chat. Chat beats me up. That's how this works, right? This is. Am I interneting right? Am I doing it correctly? He's a bit of a. He's got a little bit of a wizened, withered kind of thing going on. Oh, we have a boop. There was a boop. Yo, Paulus, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Doing all right. I'm a boop.
A boop. It's a boop. Because I hear the little. It makes a little boop when somebody comes in here into the back and whatnot. Let's see here. You know, I'm gonna make something up. For this. Oh, see, that's way too big. That's okay. We can just kind of darken that in a little bit and come back. Oh, that's right. I have this on a little bit of a thingamabob. Whoa, that's way too big. Okay, so maybe that big? No, too small. Maybe that big? Yeah, that seems about right for a portion of this. Yeah, it's fine. So here. And just kind of doodle this up a little bit. I'm just laying in the base underlying sketch here real quick. Kind of noodle it in a little bit. Noodle it in. Get sloppy with it. Make mistakes. There are no mistakes. There are only happy accidents. Right? Isn't that how that goes?
That's what they say.
What they say. Oh, hold on. Text from the wife. She's wondering. Oh, dang it. There went my pen. It just couldn't take any more of my terrible art. Pen jumped off the desk. Let's see here. All right, come on, phone. Stupid phone. Stupid cheap phone. And its stupid cheapiness. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, this thing takes forever to load. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to text. You just let me text. Real quick. Good. Busy. Okay, cool. Now that that's done, she was a stay-at-home mom for over 20 years, and then she got a job. She could not be happier.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and I was like, that's fine because I'm at home anyways. I'm working. I work out of the home, so I can go ahead and pick up on those duties. And then she's super happy. And then we got to talking about like how I'm making a little bit more money here and there with this. And then she's just like, yeah, that's great. I'm not quitting my job. I like it. I'm like, okay, no worries. I'm going to go ahead and nix this whole top of his hair. Because I'm also trying to record a time lapse here, so I got to take the pen off the page. You can't just scribble things down too crazy. Let's go back to my reference art. Okay, so his hair kind of swoops around a little bit like that. And then yeah. Let's get in here. That kind of like a sweepy thing. His hair kind of swoops to one side. Not too long. It's a little short. Headband. Bring in that hair right there. His ears a little bit smaller. And have big old Dumbo ears. Just a magic feather. So what you up to, Paulus?
Not much, man. You know, I'm trying to figure out. I don't see any options for my headphones. I can change the microphone levels, but for whatever reason, when I popped in here, like I have my in-call volume all the way down, but it's really loud.
Oh, really? Is it? Well, I might be too
It
loud.
usually only does that when, because I'm on a tablet. If I'm doing like mobile,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it usually does that. But when I have it set to desktop, I can usually adjust it better. But for whatever reason, it's going haywire on me.
Well, how's this? Is this a little bit better?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
better.
Yeah, I just adjusted my mic volume on my side. My settings got all reset because I had to update my drivers.
Oh,
So
okay.
everything got all cattywampus.
No,
So,
I've been inking that profit here and there that you did,
oh, cool.
but you forgot to sign it. So
I did. I'll have to
yes, I'll
fix
have
that.
to get you to send me like a signature that I can put on there.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
looking pretty good so far.
nice. I'm excited to see what turns out.
Like it's because like when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. And then as I'm inking it, I'm like, oh, okay, this looks badass. And I'll get so far, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck it up too much, so I'll just take a break.
Oh yeah, no, I can dig on that. I can dig on it. Yeah, I just had fun with that one. Because I did the first little thing is just kind of like a little kind of warm up. I was feeling kind of like what I'm doing here. I
Hmm.
uh, kind of wanted to what do you call it? I just had to get my juices flowing. I wasn't feeling it. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I do. It's hard for me to get into the zone anymore. Like
I
maybe
can
10% of the time I'm right there, but
yeah, no, I can dig that. Just gonna try to draw in just a little bit of some generic baddies here. Let's see here. This guy, we're gonna all the way around. We're gonna transform him and shrink him down. Boop. We'll put him there. And throw him right there. You can process it. Good job. Good job, computer. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna give this guy a big one. He's gonna be. Got a big old brain head. You know what? Be bigger, more Yakubian.
mm,
Say
yes.
uh, Yakub, recently the inventor of white people in
Uh-huh.
trigonology.
Yeah, someone told me about that, and I was like, no, I never heard of that. And then I saw a meme of it the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that's what it is. Okay, hilarious.
Yeah.
It was
You
like
know,
we was Kangs kind of a thing.
it is exactly along that same line. It really is. And I find it to be absolutely hilarious that all of that was started by some white dude.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll give this guy a big old medallion right here. And then we'll add, uh, I don't know, let's see, another uh, generic villain. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to we're going to grab that background. We're going to make it even smaller. Whip, boo, whoop. We'll go there. And And you know what? We're going to say, okay, come on, go.
That took longer than it should have.
You can do it. All right, we're going to put that on a separate layer. So that way I can grab this other layer, transform this, make him bigger.
What's up, Paulus?
Hey, Doc, what's going on?
Not a whole lot, brother. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish my third cup of coffee here.
I'm feeling you, brother. I can't kickstart my brain today.
Dude, like my hours are always screwed up,
Mm-hmm.
but like the last week I've been falling asleep like between 9:30 and 11, so I'm kind of back on schedule.
Yeah, there you go.
But I just keep waking up way too early.
What's too early?
Anywhere from 5 to 7.
That's not too early.
For me, it is. Like I need. I should say like after about 6 hours of sleep is the most I've been getting. I need like 7 or 8 to feel good, but I just dragging.
My normal routine, I conk out around, like you said, between 10 and 11, but I'm up at 4:30 or 5. And I like that. But like you just said, my shit got turned upside down during these storms here lately. And I am not a night owl. I'm not. I'm an early bird.
I'm the opposite.
I used to be.
Oh. Tree frog. Tree goblin here.
Tree frog.
Has a comment. Sorry, my dyslexia, it took over. Oi, oi, tree goblin. I gotta give him a good oi, oi. Tree frog has no resale value. You can get it on Ethan's eBay store for $25. I think those are damaged copies that he's selling for $25. I could be wrong.
No, they're just surplus.
They're just surplus?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I mean, originally, I was just thinking about that this morning. The idea was supposed to be with crowdfunding. Help me develop this, whatever it may be. And in turn, you get this. But the goal was to generate enough money for, like, let's say for a comic book or a book, where now I've got enough quantity where I can go out and put it in stores or whatever. And that's really not what it is for us little guys. Like, we're lucky to make enough to do our print run to satisfy the backers. There's not a whole lot left over,
Right. Yeah, no, and that's that's something that we run across a little bit of that. And like when people are upset, right? If it's my product, then I do my damnedest to get things set straight. If it's someone else's product, I'm paying attention because this is a viable metric. When people go, hey, this has no resale value, and that kind of tells me, and like I said, I'm not throwing shade here. This is not rule number 1, no critics, only editors over here. Editors propose solutions. It tells me that there's a lack of exclusivity. Because I know that book was what? It was it $25 on the campaign, or was it $30?
I don't remember.
Well, also, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about Wrecked Planet?
Yeah,
is it the second printing? Because like there's a lot of different versions out there.
Right. So, that's why that's like
layers.
Yep. Nope, that's not the one I want to do. That's the one I want to do. Then I wanted to do this because go ahead and put that right there.
Yeah, I've got a composite cover much like this that I need to be working on for someone.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like doodling around here. Give her a thing. Got a thing going on.
Some
I'll
rough.
give her. Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called? A rough
Yeah,
collar?
yeah, she's got the rough collar, and
She got to have a little
I give her
cameo around her neck.
right. I'm just gonna put in like evil kind of thing
Okay.
there in the back.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Right. Her ample bosom.
Yeah,
Who doesn't love
Right
an
there.
ample bosom?
and some big ass titties. I mean,
That's right.
tickle
bitties.
bitties.
Tickle bitties.
Old bitties for the win. And we're gonna hide her organs.
Because she doesn't have any. She
Right.
has no internal.
I mean, she
just
barely eats anyway, so
get rid of that
she
line
doesn't need them.
by his neck. You don't need it. You don't need the other side of the waist.
No, I don't need the other
You
side. I
don't
can
need
just
that.
infer
Yeah.
where that is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
I like the finned collar that she's got going there.
Yeah.
right, have a little bit of fun with it. Kind of just think what this and kind of scribble in some
Yeah, there you go.
lace right there for that back arm. And you know what? We're gonna bring those shoulder up.
There you go. Yeah, I had put Elizabeth Payne into a lacy outfit without really thinking about, fuck, now I got to draw this in every panel until she changes clothes. I hate myself
All right,
because that's some hard bullshit to draw.
dude. Yeah, no, you got to
Not
scribble
hard,
that
tedious.
stuff in.
Not hard, tedious. That's the word. It's tedious.
Yeah. Put her like right there. We'll take Mr. Braincase, put him right here. That way our center of focus is there.
You gonna drop in a fourth character or no?
No, I don't know. I've been kind of noodling a blurb in the back of my mind brain. So
I was gonna say I would put Mr. Brain Guy there, top center, up high, and use a figure pyramid and drop one other figure in.
right, that's what I was thinking of, just like kind of putting like an ominous, kind of mysterious, kind of figure here in the background, almost like with its head tilted up.
There you go.
Right, and then just a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, that works. My only critique would be either her or Brain Guy on the left. One of them up, one of them a little bit down. Get rid of.
Yeah, I think I'll move her down a little bit.
Yeah, the formal balance is a little too strong there.
Yep, good looking out. See, we love that stuff. Move her down. Right about there.
Coupons available on Craigslist.
What? Coupons available on Craigslist.
Trey Goblin says Ethan's best value is 2-for-1 at
Oh
T&J's
no!
Pizza.
Oh god!
Coupons available on Craigslist. Jesus Christ, Trey Goblin.
Dude.
Hey, people say he's the
man.
goat.
Oh my god! Oh lord!
I disavow my own words. I disavow.
I disavow myself.
Yes, I just wanted on the record that I uttered none of those phrases. They did not originate with me.
Likewise, disavow. Eject.
Wave off.
There. I disavowed myself in the chat as well.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Trey Goblin says, "Don't laugh, no."
Yeah, I know, because now that I've laughed,
I know.
I'm canceled. Over with. Yeah, because
My thought was always, in order to be canceled, you have to actually be somewhere first. I'm not anywhere.
Right. And man, I've already been canceled.
And Razorfist says, to be canceled, it's a participation sport. So if you don't participate.
Yeah.
Or Adam Savage, I reject your reality and substitute
my own. Yes, exactly right.
That's right.
That may be one of the best lines that ever came out of
anyone's
mouth.
I use it like 10 times a week.
You know?
Let's see here. Go ahead and juice that just a little bit.
Bigger. Make him bigger, not smaller.
You make it bigger, make just like a big old face, just kind of like.
He should be the looming menace in the back.
There we go. Yeah, and then I could just like inverted kind of picture that.
And bring Dr. Brain up a bit on the left.
I think you're right.
That would just be
Go
me.
ahead and do that.
I don't mean to tell you.
No, you're absolutely right, because
this is your chicken. Pluck it any way you want to.
He's a little bit higher than the bob on her hair that way.
And also, if you flip the canvas, that might help out.
Oh yeah, no, I like to do that. Malin's a horizontal flipping guy. I'm a vertical flipping guy.
I do the horizontal flip, and that stems back from in a painting class when I teach.
Hold it up to a mirror.
Every student has a mirror on their easel. Turn around and look at it in the mirror.
Yeah.
Good call, Paulus.
Well, I use it a lot, and traditionally I don't use a mirror, but I'll take a photo and then flip it in my phone.
Yeah, there you go.
For grab bar.
But yeah, I do that all the time as well. It is a sound practice because we all have an eye bias.
I always skew shit to like one slope, and I'm like, no, I gotta straighten that out.
Yup.
Yep. But yeah, this is just kind of like a little bit of a warm up piece.
Yeah.
A little bit of fun here. Kind of get this noodled in a little bit, so he's a girl coming in like this, and it kind of swoops up like that. Swoops over to this section over here. There's a little bit of fan art. Not take too terribly long on this, because if you spend too long, that warm up piece becomes a whole piece, and that's not. Because I can always come back to this later.
Yeah.
Right. I can always come back to this later and do some more work on it. I don't think I'll just reference his eyebrow. If I remember correctly, he has kind of a little bit of wiry eyebrows. They're very dark in color, which tells me he dyes his hair.
Not necessarily true. I had dark brown eyebrows and my hair was almost white. It was so blonde.
Wow. So we're going to sweep this one in that.
Before it fell out. Before my hair abandoned me, Paulus, is what I'm saying.
Your hair is dead. I want a divorce.
Yep. This shit just said I quit. Fuck it. You're on your own from here on out, fat man. Oh, damn.
There we go. And now he's got underneath his eyes, I think he applies, but no, the character's design with the dark lines under the eyes is indicative of him being a villain. A classic visual storytelling device. And screw it up. So
somebody added me to a group on Facebook that I don't recall saying, yes, please.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like
it happens.
Thrown into groups without being asked.
Yeah, I don't do Facebook. I mean, I have it, but I just have it because of Messenger. That's it.
I have it just because I've had it since it launched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that. I actually set up my Facebook right before I left Iraq. Over at the little internet cafe that we had. We were fairly certain those guys were just collecting data on us.
Probably, yeah.
No, there was a lot of that going on over there. Um, Menacising. Do. Try to get this done as quickly as possible. It kind of like knocks off the self-doubting BS, right? To just go ahead and openly just make some mistakes. Right? That hesitation that might occur, and just let a mistake be a mistake. And move on, because then later I can get some good stuff in there. And it picks up my production speed a lot. I see a lot of really fantastic artists that I'm like, dude, you need to pick up your production speed. If it's taken you 3 days to do one comic page, you've got 80 pages of comic coming out, dude, that's a 3-year project. You know, that includes like all your editing and coloring and lettering and all that other stuff.
Here's a great quote I just found from Stephen Brust from one of his books. Every once in a while, a person will do something obvious and direct that is no more than it appears to be. I think they do it to throw you off.
You know, there is a certain amount of kayfabe that goes on. Like I've been watching the videos where the paid anti-Tesla protesters are getting busted for being paid protesters.
Yep.
And it's like, well, yeah, no, that's the thing, you know. Day before Antifa does riots in Portland, all of a sudden stacks of bricks show up. And it's like, dude, you know, like they're being paid to sow discourse. They're chaos merchants. And I have a friend of mine who it took him years because he is of the left persuasion. But it took him years to really see that these weren't good people.
Yeah, I've got a. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm like, bro, dude, you're a good guy. Like we've talked about this, he and I, and we've talked about these, you know, these situations and how, yeah, no, there is unfairness in the world. There is like a direct attack and whatnot, but like,
oi, Carol, oi.
These people, they suck. Yo, Carol, what's up? Oh, I don't see.
So I have a friend who is left leaning. He's not a diehard libtard, but we have endless debates on Facebook.
Right.
And I have told him repeatedly, you know, keep it to one topic because he likes to jump all over the place.
Right.
Mainly because I hate typing and Facebook starts getting yonky on long threads.
Yeah.
So long story short, I invited him to debate me live on my show, not this coming Wednesday, but the next Wednesday. So you will all get to see me trounce a libtard live and in color. He's not a libtard. I shouldn't say that. He's just left leaning.
Already poisoning the debate, huh?
His the stance that made me go, that's it, you're coming on the show, was that the left is the party of free speech.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Carol is demanding a wrench. Carol is demanding a wrench.
You're the pick-me girl. Well, hey, since you know you're the pick-me girl, I guess. Hold on, let me.
Notice me. Notice me.
That was funny enough for me to give you a wrench.
The left is the party of free speech.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, no.
Yes, I will happily debate you on that topic.
Yeah,
and I already know all his talking points, and I've already got them debunked. Like with sources, don't if you enter a debate with me, know, don't think, don't assume, know that I've got the receipts
Right.
and we'll show them.
Oh my goodness.
There she goes. Do you feel better now, Carol?
Yeah. See, is that better?
Oh.
Did it make the hurt go away? What is it? What? Much better. Okay, good. That's too funny.
Where did Paulus go?
Uh-oh. Eaten by wildebeests. That's what happens around here. There are roaming bands of ravenous wildebeests.
Oh, he says I'm going to hop out and back in to see if that helps my audio problem.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was saying that his audio is too loud. And I turned myself down.
Your audio is fine. I'm not sure how I'm coming through.
You sound regular volume to me.
All right.
So it could, and he was saying that he's got his audio like turned all the way down on his device, but it's still blasting out the eardrums.
I see.
So use this to like little dots. Ooh, much more sinister. I like a good character where you can just kind of like go in, and that's a sign of like inspiration. Like how good is the character inspirationally? You know, where you could just come in and just be like, I'm going to make something up, and it'll seem like it's canon.
Yeah.
He's got this big lower lip here. Just no upper lip, all lower lip.
Yeah. kind of like my first wife.
Da.
Wink.
Oh, there we go. I heard a beep. There we go. Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't want to be a Lord Raptor wrench taker. I just recently discovered Lord Raptor. Because Risey was like, dude, you got to check out Lord Raptor. And I was like, okay. Checked it out, and I was like, oh my God. This is so wrong. I'm going to hell for laughing at any of this.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just kind of feather that in.
Excuse me. Ugh, that was a little moist.
More information than we needed.
I just wanted to share. Complete transparency.
Hey, sharing is caring. So
That's right.
And this is a show that cares. So yeah, speaking of caring, pad your dates, and if your production is not going as fast as you want it to, you might have to share some of the responsibility. I think that a few of these guys out there, these big guys who used to be in the pro sector, like, dude, get an inker, get somebody to ink on that. Get somebody to help you out there, because I'm seeing. Once again, we are how many years into CG are we? We're 7, 8 years.
Don't know.
Into this, and we're still having production delays. Shouldn't be having that. We're too far into it.
Yeah, but if it's going to become a viable alternative, you've got to be cranking out product.
Yeah. No, and you can't be cranking it out with reckless abandon, because we've also seen where that leads to.
Sure.
That leads to bad places, man, and then it just leaves you vulnerable, right? Don't give your enemy room to operate, right? Don't give them that room. I'm sure that, because like, for real, damn. That's the editor-in-chief in me, and I honestly I can rarely even keep that guy contained, especially towards myself. So ears are nice and smooth. Her features are smooth. We're gonna give her. Cheekbones.
Moist.
Moist. Why are we doing that? Somebody in the chat get upset with the moist.
Tim Olson says, I just showed up to hear Doc say, just a little moist.
Moist. Hair. Turned up rose.
Carol says, Reckless Abandon is my favorite. However, to counterpoint that, Carol, how many months have you worked on one panel? Just saying, where's the Reckless Abandon? Carol can draw. She could probably make a book, but she won't commit to finishing a piece.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Keep going till it's sopping wet, says Paulus. Carol, there was also panels. I've seen them.
Well, stop holding out on us here. You know, it's like when I found out that Haldir was holding out on us. It's like, really? Really? This whole time? You could draw? Been holding out on us, man.
She says, I did finish. She did finish her 2 duck books.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, launch the campaigns. Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
Strike while it's relevant. Strike while it's relevant.
Yeah, what you waiting for? All right, so we're going to bring that up. Then we're going to bring this like this. That. Why not?
She says, I need another 5-page story to make page print count. Well, then get to drawing. What are you waiting for?
I mean, have you considered doing like another, like submitting to like Anvil or EDGEPUNK? I mean, there are.
These pages won't draw themselves, Carol. That's what I'm saying to you.
Then we're and we're gonna give her like there at the waist to kind of define that a little bit. Lightly outline in that hair real quick. So I want to get rid of this blue line layer as soon as possible. Oh yeah, and this was all going to be done in reverse. That's fine. So I can go ahead and hide all of that because I was going to was going to grab that, put in a little bit thing right there, and then make sure that all my lines are closed. I have no open lines. That way I can just do a quick select with my wand tool. Okay. Select with my wand tool and be done with that. So let's see here, double checking, looking. That might be a problem. All right, so we'll grab my wand tool. We are going to connect, apply to things. We're going to, all right, so let's see here. Nope, I left an open gap. So
oopsie. I hate that. I hate it.
It happens. It happens. We're going to see if close gap works on this. No, I am all in one layer, right? So there, I see it. I see 2 open gaps. So we got one more right there.
I will literally scream at Clip and go, "There's no breaking that line, you fuck!"
Right? No, I dig it, and it's like, oh, there's another one. Okay, I think that's good to go now. So we're about to find out. Hey, not bad. I found another open gap. That's okay. okay.
I hate it when it does that. We hates it.
Rackle frackle.
Yeah, rubble.
Rackle frackle. We hates it. We hates it so much. I'm going to go ahead and close that in a little bit.
Damn it, Bobby. My coffee has gone cold.
Uh-oh.
See what happens. Like people will, they'll come over to my house and here in person when I'm having coffee, and they notice I pour only half a cup at a time. And they know I'm a coffee hound, and they're like, "Why do you do that?" Because I don't want it to get cold before I get to the bottom of the mug.
Right.
Timothy Olsen says, YouTube, excuse me, Tank is grabbing his wand on a live stream.
Hey, snitches get stitches.
Stitches land in ditches.
That's right. Right. So we're going to go grab that and that, and then we're here. Going to kind of do this thing right here.
Are you doing that with a mouse?
No. I'm vigorous with my tool.
Somebody
keeping
clip that.
The jokes running. Dude, I've been clipped so many times.
Clip that. He's vigorous with his tool. You heard it here first.
That's right. One needs to be vigorous with the tool. And then we're going to go ahead and drop that down to there. I swear, oh my God, I swear to God.
It happens.
So it helps if you click apply to connected pixels only. It helps a little bit. All right.
Carol says that looked great.
It's the best the pictures looked all day.
It's the Metallica black cover.
That's right. Just go ahead and pop out there and just go say, "Hey, Literature Devil, look, the darkest cover you've ever. It's the darkest piece of fan art you've ever seen for Doc Alpha."
I'm gonna go warm my coffee up. Be right back.
Hey, go warm your coffee. Go get it done. Go get her done. Go get her done. Go get her done. So we're gonna head and go like that. Put one more there. We're gonna bring that one a little more that direction. I'll come back and fix it in a minute. So I'm going to just having a little fun. A little fun. A little fun. We like to have a little fun around here, but not too much fun. I swear, if I catch any of you having too much fun on the internet, battling. What did I clip yesterday? Timmy, you clipped all sorts of stuff, and you know what? If you don't remember, I'm not reminding you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now, here's one thing, right? This is one thing that I've never quite fully understood. People who like one thing, therefore they have to not like another thing. For real, that one actually hurts my brain a little.
You can like steak and chicken. Come on.
Right? And hey, you know what? You can like all caps and Rippaverse.
Or neither.
Or neither.
Because,
But you better like Alterna or my mods are timing you out.
Subjective.
I'm just kidding.
Subjective is subjective.
It is. Yeah. No. And like they say, there's no accounting for taste. Canceled.
I like her bustier design. That's very cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm having a little fun here.
Very cool.
A little bit of fun with it. Have a little fun with your drawings. Diddle-dun, diddle-dun.
I understood that reference.
Give this a little bit of a thing. Just kind of do that. You know, this also helps me because normally, like when I'm working analog, I'll grab a piece of paper and I'll do brush strokes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'll just do a paper of brush strokes. So essentially, that's kind of what I'm doing here. Is I'm getting warmed up with my pen.
Yep.
Some people are like, "Oh, you're taking too long on this." I'm like, "Well, you know, at this point, I'm actually just cleaning up my brush stroke and getting.
You're not taking too long. Get out of here with that."
And it's I'm ultimately the rest of the work that I get done for the rest of the day going to go so much faster because of it.
Sure.
Oh, it's all going to work out. Plus, I like Literature Devil. I enjoy his hot takes.
I have never caught one of his shows. There's just not enough time in the day to watch everybody.
No, there's not. And either I go hang out with Risey, or I catch a Literature Devil show while I'm enjoying my morning routine, where I go around, I feed up the animals, I clean up a little bit around the house, because I'll go in and do some of my kids' chores for them just a little bit, just to kind of reward them for doing good, even if they were being piggies a little bit. But whatever. They never notice too, which is great, because as soon as they notice, I said that's the last time I do that.
So they've already had they've already had the meeting and said, "Don't notice." But
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past them.
They've already had that meeting.
Right? No, they probably.
You horrible little wallet draining crap factories.
Let's see here.
That was a little.
That sounded healthy.
That was a little moist.
Little moist. Moist. I never understood why people get grossed out at that word. Perfectly moist word. Oh, let's see here. Where's the button I was looking for? There's the button I'm looking for. Whoa. Okay.
Okay, never do that again. Just, what the hell's wrong with you?
That's. Oh man. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
That's a long discussion there, pal.
Yeah. No, that's a whole show unto itself. Heck, I could run a series. The hell is wrong with you? Part 53.
You know what? That's a good name for a stream that I was going to do.
Hey, there you go.
Dillard was pestering me endlessly to do a kind of a leading on my old career as a counselor type show. So
yeah,
we could call it "What the Hell's Wrong with Me," and do a whole show.
That's right. There you go. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go ahead and get him. You got to up line weight him because he's the foreground. He's the center subject. Let's come back in on this. That's right. This is not a finished piece of art. It's a quick piece of fan art. Get my day going. Stop overthinking it.
Don't judge me. Stop judging me. I can hear it. I can feel it.
Stop judging me. In fact, go ahead and do this. There. Bring that in just a little. And I know the face is made of planes. Everything is made of planes. Meow. Meow. Wrong plane, asshole. That in.
I'm going for that hardcore Kirby blackface.
Yeah, kind of just a little bit of that there. Kind of. It's too much. Too much. Okay. Then, get that there. There we go. There we go. Whoop. And then where's my button? There's my button. Of course, and also the reason why people can hear the little click, 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 click of the pen is because it is right next to my mic.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes good sense, I guess.
Yeah, I got to find a better place to book it. I will be setting up the mic at a different place here soon enough. But let's get some. Get this all sorts of noodled in. Do not want this to be complete black. Right, I want it. I'm going to come in. I'm going to feather out all this stuff. And it's because I have a tendency to leave my pen on the board. But I pick it up and I slam it back down. Which I have to say, man, this XP pen monitor that I have abused the hell out of it. I've only had to replace the pen once. And that was because when my kids were playing in my room, they stomped. The pen got crushed and got stomped. Like real bad. Yeah, it sucked so bad. We're gonna come back on this here in a second. And then I'm gonna grab my white. We'll go ahead and just kind of zot that out a little bit. And some stress striations across there like that. Take it in a little bit. Then, if we're going to be doing that, we'll go all the way. And usually if it's like that, it means it because it has a strong backlighting. I will go ahead and do that real quick. Yep. I love it. Carol flipping tables. It's just not a stream unless Carol's flipping tables. If Carol ain't flipping tables on your stream, you suck.
The Carol monster has broken free from the basement. Pardon me.
And
A little more
we've gone a
juice.
little bit over time here, folks. We've gone a little bit over time as I'm working on this Doc Alpha fan art piece real quick to kind of my juices flowing here.
Nice juices and moisture.
Juices
Everywhere.
and moisture. Moist.
It's moist. Everywhere is moist.
Moist.
Everywhere is so moist.
Moist.
Hey, Saul, I got that thing cut off the side of my dog's neck. What?
It's really moist. And flip this over and do the same for the underside. I had to explain to my kids the other day why doctors wear these things. Or used to wear them. Nowadays, they've got little LED lights that fit in their pocket.
I have worn one. I have worn one.
They work. A little bit of this, because then we're going to come back over with our white.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Wheel in a little bit. And you know what? We're going to...
Oh, you got to lasso his foreground hair and black all those little dots in.
Yeah, I do.
You triggered my OCD.
No, I'm absolutely with you. It's triggered. All right, let's see here. We're gonna just whip roll around right there and grab all that right there. We're gonna put this on edition mode. We're also gonna grab that like that, grab it like that, grab that like that, and then we are going to
Bucket. Hit it with a bucket.
Hit it with the bucket.
Yeah, you got a bucket on the micro tool there under it also,
Oh, do I? Yeah, I could do that.
When it's selected, when you got an area selected, the little bucket tool's on that taskbar.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Just autofill the whole area. A little bit of definition there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to grab our tool.
Pardon me.
Erasing?
Carol, you know better than to do that. She said, I'm going to smoke this bowl, then go food shopping. That's a good way to go broke buying munchies.
Right? Real.
I wonder what these paint chips will taste like with ketchup. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, they're only good if they're lead.
Yeah.
I'll move this. No. Just destroying the office. There we go. Put in monster teeth here. Right. Kind of needly, jagged, ugly monster teeth.
Now look, grab that Rankin Bass aesthetic. Take one of his lower fangs and bring it all the way up to the center of his eyeball.
Right. But
yeah.
I was actually thinking something along those lines here. Some misshapen. Yo, Omer, what's up, man?
He wants to know if I'm feeling better. That's always a subjective experience to ask that question. It's better than what?
Hey, Omer, I finally added your channel here to the list of awesome down in the description. So everybody out there in TV land, go subscribe to Omer Glitch.
Come on, I'm telling you,
Gotta
man,
kill him, huh?
you got to bring one of those lower fangs all the way up to his eyeball. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
trust the doctor.
Okay. Give me a second here. Let me get in the shape of his. I want to get in the shape of the mouth first.
Okay, all right.
Take this other lower fang right there. Bring it all.
Yeah.
Down. We're gonna add some extra teeth. Extra demonic, evil.
Yeah, our right, his left. You got to take him on out to the edge of his eyeball, like the other
Yeah.
side. There you go. You know these things. Why am I backseat driving?
No, it's good, man. That's what we do over here, dude.
Stop side seat driving.
I give him smile lines because he's smiling. Such a happy villain. Such a happy villain. And then go ahead and right, little evil, like from the fruits of the devil.
No, it's really not semantics. There's what I'm saying is there's no real well for me. There's just degrees of
Some of these teeth. All right, I'm gonna staple my signature right here. There we go. Boop. There we go. I've had fun. I've had my fun. I've had my fun. I have no idea what I was doing. You know, so first things first, we're going to save this. Let me go over to my folder with fan art. Make a new folder for Doc Alpha.
not to be confused with Doc Sigma.
It's true. True. More Doc Beta. Most
Doc
pathetic Doc of them
Supreme.
all.
I am Doc Supreme. You don't know the power of the dark side.
DA. We're going to call this DA, Doc Alpha. TF. Out. 01. Save our master file. We done yet? We save? Okay, and then I'm going to save a duplicate JPEG. And save that. Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and export a time lapse. Our time lapse, 2 minutes and 33 seconds long. This shouldn't take too terribly long to export. Stretch. Hey, always, Homer. You know, like for real. I tried to. I was talking about earlier in the show. So let me show everybody on X what Homer said. Thanks for the support and the ad. Absolutely. That's I've got like 5,000 characters of stuff that I can add down below, and I'm like, cool. So I've got plenty of room to link to my stuff, my stores, stuff like that. Like we're still piecing together the store, and what I can, and then with the rest of it, no, I'll just be your friendly neighborhood force multiplier. I'll just go, hey, talk about something on stream and say, and guess what? The link's in the description below, because I don't always have somebody like Haldir around to be dropping links, you know. So it is what it is. Almost done exporting our time lapse. Okay, we're going to save our time lapse. And then I'm going to jump on over to X. That's right. Jump on over to X. Wait for it to load. Ooh, I've got a whole bunch of notifications and messages and stuff. Okay, whatever. Warmed up with little Doc Alpha fan art. I just got silly with it. That is the letter U. I do love a character that inspires new and exciting creative possibilities. Yeah, that seems nice. Then I'm going to say follow at Literature Devil for the actually good art for Doc Alpha. People appreciate a little separate self-deprecation. Then I go to that drive because I keep my time lapses over on a drive where I see videos. Where is it? Did not save. No. Oh, okay, never mind. Sort by name, not date. That's why I couldn't find it. All right, so I'll drop that there. And then I'm going to upload the picture. We're going to go over to fan art, Doc Alpha, there. And uploading.
All right, my computer was frozen for a minute there. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, pal. All right, I'm going to bounce on out of here. I got to get some shit done.
Hey, you're good to go. You're good to go. Hey, everybody, make sure you go get yourselves a damn dirty thing over on Fun My Comic. Link in the description below. Doc, as always, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll continue to grow all this cool, fun indie comic stuff, and F mainstream.
Yep. All right, peace out, chat. Later, everybody.
Bye. And I'll see all of you guys, all you folks out there later. It's time for me to go eat breakfast. I've been up for 6.5 hours. I'm going to go eat breakfast. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you hit that thumbs down button. Make sure you share this out on social media to tell people what trash I am, etc., and so on and so forth. Okay, bye.